minutes. So, and I think we're gonna go. I think. Let's see. No, we're not gonna do that one. Hang on. Hang on. Hey guys. Okay, this part will be cut out. Don't worry. Hang on. Okay, we're prepping. Hang on just a second, guys, and we should be ready to rock and roll. So, exciting times. Usually I have Mike, who is he's our guy behind the scenes that does all this, but I'm squeezing you guys in between all this other stuff that's going on. And I couldn't get him. So I'm a novice when it comes to going live. So hopefully this works. And people might even be seeing it now live going, wow, this is amazing, Schindler. You haven't stopped talking yet. So yeah, hopefully this thing goes. Well, you know what? We're just going to get started because I think it's preparing anyway. So, all right, guys, we're going to get started. So the secret to getting connected to your benefits, we're going to discuss that today with Champions for Veterans. Very excited about this episode. I understand that navigating the VA system, getting connected to benefits that you've earned. I just had a conversation with folks yesterday that a lot of vets never even pursue it because they don't even want to deal with what they consider to be the headache. So this episode, we've got Champions for Veterans on here, and we are going to be revealing kind of the secrets behind how to get these benefits, how to make it pain-free or at least less painful. I'll put it that way. So if you don't need benefits from the VA, you probably don't need to listen. Now, I'm going to refine that. You're definitely going to want to listen to these two. I'm going to tell you, you're going to want to listen whether you need benefits or not. You're going to want to listen to Gino. You're going to want to listen to Ranger. Their stories are amazing. We're going to unpack that as well. So for those of you who don't know who I am Mike Schindler. I'm the host of the Military Wire, where we interview some of America's most amazing elite men and women who have served this country in hopes that you guys get something from their experience that you can apply to their own life. Oftentimes it goes deeper than this subject that we're talking about. And of course, I got to put a shout out to our sponsors, Bone Frog Coffee. If you guys don't know about Bone Frog Coffee, check these guys out. Nothing against Black Rifle, but Bone Frog is by far better flavored, and it's part of the SEAL community, and it goes to support the fallen families of the fallen SEALs. So excuse me, get choked up a little bit about that. But you guys be sure to check those guys out at bonefrogcoffee.com. So joining me, putting these guys off, they're smiling on camera. They're looking so pretty, so amazing. Gino Johnson, who is the CEO for Champions for Veterans, and his dad, Ranger Johnson, which is such an amazing story in and of itself. He's a former Green Beret Ranger. Both are movers of mountains. That's what I love about these two. They stand really at the front lines helping our brothers and sisters get connected to benefits. So I love that. So gentlemen, welcome to the Military Wire.
Thanks. Hey, Mike.
Glad to be here, brother. Thanks for having us, man. We're just excited. We're juiced up and jacked up today, man.
I love it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
You know, being on your guys' show, which was such a treat, you bring such passion to this. And before I really dive into the subject matter, I know people want to get to, like, you know, give me the secret. I need to know the secret to get, you know, to get my benefits. I really want to start with your guys' story, because your story is so impactful, and you guys are solving a problem, that problem being, how do I get my benefits without it taking me 25 years? We're going to discuss that, but really the story, you guys have such an amazing story. So, Gino, I want to start with you because, you know, we're going to get to the seed of where this all started, which is Ranger, but I want to start with you, Gino, because you grew up in a military family, didn't serve, but now you're serving. Like, right, didn't serve in uniform, but now you're serving. And so why don't you tell people a little bit about who you are and why you're doing it?
Yeah, you got that right. Just growing up in the military family, my dad here and so many of my family members served, but I did not end up going to service. I went to Ole Miss and got my bachelor's, master's in accounting there. And I spent about 9 years in the corporate world. And so basically was doing accounting and auditing for about 9 years. And but decided to start serving veterans with my dad back in 2020. And to kind of give you some background on that, he's going to give you a lot more. But it took him a while to get his benefits. And back in 2020, he was telling me about how for the past 3 years at that point, he had been helping veterans, walk them through the system, helping them to go about getting their benefits, and was having amazing results. Personally, not being an actual service member, I didn't even know what a VA disability rating was. And so I was asking questions. What are you doing? How are you changing these lives? And wow, you're helping them get these amazing financial benefits. And not only that, but had he gotten his benefits earlier, because he didn't get them until 2017, but had he gotten them back when he was right when he got out of the service, when he should have gotten them, our family would have been in a very different financial position. I would have gone to college for free. He would have gotten his medical benefits and the disability benefits as well. And we would have been in a very different position. And so what I saw was that my dad, because of all of his challenges during those years, he's gotten great information that can not only help the veterans he's talking to, but we can actually share that with the world and really help a lot more people. And so I said, you know what? I want to take what you're teaching, put into an online course and coaching program, and help out even more veterans. And so basically where we started talking through how to do that in 2020. And we've done consultations with over 1,000 veterans since then. We've got about 600 veterans in our program that we're currently serving, and continuing to grow every week. And so it's been a lot of fun doing that.
I love that. I love that. I love your background too. My friend, Mark Devine, who class 170, Bud's class, Navy SEAL, graduated honor man. He worked for Price Waterhouse as an accountant before he went to Bud's. Believe that? Isn't that something? So I love that you are like, I'm not going to compare you to Mark because he can do like 300 burpees a day, but unless you can, Gino, but the fact that you go to college, you learn a trade, right? You learn a skill, and then you're like, man, I've spent 9 years in corporate, probably feeling a little empty on the inside. Maybe not. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you're then suddenly like, wait, I can be on mission and purpose and help people. Like I can help people. Like you're changing lives because those benefits matter, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, absolutely. You got that right. I mean, the corporate world, doing what I was doing, nothing to worked for a great organization. But, doing accounting, going in day to day to put some numbers together on a spreadsheet was nothing compared to the fulfillment I get from seeing a veteran tell us that his life was changed because the program we put together. And we've had those conversations so many times, it's hard to even like put into words the feeling I get from seeing that happen. It's really a privilege to do it for sure.
That's pretty awesome. Well, I want to go to the master who makes, was a catalyst for really making all this happen. Ranger Johnson. I've got tremendous respect for you. Green Beret, Ranger, not easy work at all. And why don't you tell people a little bit about your background and who you are and why you're doing what you're doing today?
Great, Mike. First of all, man, I'm so excited to be talking to you, brother. Same kind of respect I have for you. My background, I'm from Northeast Texas, man. Grew up in a small town called Marietta, Texas, population 112. And I didn't grow up in the town. I grew up 5 miles outside the town on a dirt road, hauling ahead and cutting pulpwood with my granddaddy. And 7th grade, I saw a movie called The Green Berets, starring my hero, John Wayne. And I had no idea what a Green Beret was, but when I saw John Wayne as a Green Beret, 7th grade, I said I wanted to be one. Right.
Wow.
And joined the Army in 1980 and regular infantry, and went on to serve as an Army drill sergeant, served in the 1st and 75th Ranger Battalion, 2 years there, and went to Special Forces qualification course and served 11 years as a Green Beret in various assignments. And I tell everybody, I'm living the American dream. I would wake up in the 7th Special Forces group in places like Honduras, Panama, Bolivia, and I would be like, this is crazy. I mean, I'm living my dream. Uh, I was a 30-year man until I hurt my back, jumping out of airplanes, and I was just glad to make it to the 20-year mark. Retired as an E8, a first sergeant, and I did not want to retire.
Mm.
I would have stayed in, but I couldn't no longer jump out of airplanes because of degenerative disc L5 vertebrae with 120 jumps out of airplanes. When I first retired, went to try to get my VA benefits, didn't know how to do it, and didn't get anything for my back. Left frustrated, and they gave me 10% for tinnitus ringing of the ears. That started this 17-year journey.
Wow.
And
17 years.
17 years to go from 10% to the 100%. I felt I should have gotten when I first retired.
Yeah.
And because I write and publish books, and when I made it to that 100% mark, Mike, I wrote about it. And I didn't write about to start a business. I wrote about it because I'm an instructor by heart, right?
Yeah.
And I said, they teach us how to fly planes, drive ships, drive tanks, scuba dive. There's got to be a course on getting your VA benefits, because veterans are not dumb. We're just not. We're very intelligent, but if you give us a left and right limit and some boundaries, we can figure the rest out for ourselves. And I wrote about it. This is the crazy part, Mike. Didn't know what I had, right? So I got to 100% January of 2017. I'm driving to Dallas, Texas, because my dad lives in Dallas. I live in South Louisiana. I stop on the Interstate 20 by Terrell, Texas. Another veteran sees my Ranger hat. You know how we do it. Hey, vet, what's going on? You know that little conversation we always do.
So true.
We see a vet. Same thing. And I said, hey, man, are you getting your VA benefits? And here we go. Oh, God, the VA, I said, look, man, I just got my benefits, got you 100%. I wrote something, typed it up, 6 steps, and I can email them to you if you give me your name and number. I email them to the guy. Make a long story short, a year later, my phone rings. I got all the vets listed as veterans on my phone. So I see a vet, of course, I answer. I said, hey, vet. I forgot who he was, right? Yeah. Ranger, you remember me? Bro, I'm sorry. Tell me what the story. He told me we met at the gas station. He said, I made it. I said, you made what? He said, I'm 100%. I was shocked, Mike, because I'm like, how did you do it? He said, I did what you told me in the email. I followed those 6 steps. And I was like, they worked? right? Wow. He was the first guy I ever helped. But I didn't teach him anything. Then he said, wait a minute, Ranger. Let me tell you the rest of the story. I said, there's more? He said, yeah. He said, I got my back pay. I said, how much? Get this. $150,000 for him, $13,000 for his daughter who was in college, $163,000 back pay, 1 15-minute meeting, and I didn't teach the guy anything. I just gave him what I was doing. Of course, fast forward after helping other people, then my son, who's a brilliant young man, and I never talked to Gino about VA benefits, but I called him excited about helping people. And he's like, Dad, what are you doing? And then automatically he said, we can have an online course, and that's the rest of our story. And, people say, well, what do I do in the business? What do you see me doing now? Just talk to veterans. And he does 99% of everything else.
Wow.
This is what I do right here.
That's so awesome. I love that. I had this group, this legal firm on, who were talking about it. They helped a veteran. It took 20 years, but he got $500,000 in back pay, right? And what I love about your story is you meet with somebody at a gas station, like a coincidence, right? Well, and I'm not going to say coincidence because I don't believe, there's coincidence. I think there's perfect timing, right?
Yeah.
So you meet this guy, 15 minutes, he does what you say, which veterans are really good about that too, right? We can think outside the box, but like you say, you give me a left and a right, and you just tell me how to march and I'll get it done. He does it. And within a year, 160,000, right?
Yeah.
160,000.
163. Yeah. 163. Yeah.
It's so important. Like if guys who are listening to this, if guys, gals, if you're listening to this, don't let the mountain that you think you're going to face stop you. Like, you got to get a hold of these guys. You got to get a hold of Champions for Veterans for the very reason. You've got to reach out to them. We'll give you all that contact information so you can reach out to them. It's so powerful, and I love that it's father-son.
Yeah.
I mean, because in the military, it's one team, one fight, right? I mean, we might give each other, grief about each other's branches, and Ranger, I'd give you grief for joining the Army and say something like, couldn't join the Navy because your ASVAB score was too low or something like that. But I've got so much respect for you, I won't say that. Besides, you could probably
that
be more
would be
perfect.
true though with me, Mike. That would be true. I had to take that thing about 5 times to make big enough score to go special forces. So
yeah, but look at what you did.
Lies, you said that.
Yeah, but look at what you did. I mean, talk about it, moving mountains. I love it. I want to get into the mud. We have the VA, we have caseworkers, we have all this stuff. Guys, I think our state, and I could be wrong on this number, but the last I checked, I think only like 18% of our veterans in the state of Washington had even gotten their benefits, something like that. Really low, right? We have over 563,000 veterans in the state of Washington, and only 18%. Maybe it's 25 now, right? But still, it's a low number because of the very reason you brought up, like, man, I don't want to do the VA. So talk to me a little bit. Why is it daunting, do you believe, for veterans to approach the VA? I mean, what is it about it? I don't care if it's, Ranger or Gino who speaks to that, but why don't we start with you, Ranger, and just say, why? You've been in the space, why?
Well, I believe, first of all, the system is not very easy to manage. It's just not. It's not user-friendly. It's very difficult, and you don't know what to do, and you don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
So that's the bottom line. You know you're hurt, you know you're injured, and you don't know what to do. And there's not a map on how to do it. When I went through the Special Forces Qualification course, one of the toughest land nav courses is called the Star Land Nav course at Fort Bragg. It's ridiculous. It's 24 hours long. Anybody that ever gone to it would tell you it's ridiculous. But guess what? They teach you how to do it. They do give you a map and a compass. Now, they don't tell you anything after that. But at least you have a map and a compass, right? With the VA, when we retire, they just say, go file. Okay. They don't teach us. Now it's a whole lot better now with the younger generation. And I know that because they have a system before you get out. So what I wanted to do was simplify it. Understand, I'm a drill sergeant. We have a step-by-step by the numbers method that I teach guys, and it's not hocus pocus. It's not magic. It takes work. I always tell guys, if you're going to file for your VA benefits, be prepared to do 40 to 60 hours of work.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Same thing in our course. So it's not spin around 3 times and you got it, but this is the key. We teach you how to do that, and I show you how to do it. Hopefully that'll kind of answer your question.
Oh my gosh. Well, see, and I love that. And Gino, I think it's so key because people do, we're so easy, we're conditioned to take the easy button, right? Like, let me just hit the easy button. And I think what I'm hearing from your part of what you contributed to this is you went, listen, it's not going to be easy. I mean, 40 to 60 hours of work, you're still going to have to put the work in, but I'm going to simplify it. And it sounds like that's what you did by coming on board and really taking this process, the 6 steps, simplifying it so guys could walk through it, do it at your pace. Sure, there's probably coaching along the way if they want that too. But is that what you saw an opportunity just essentially to say, I can simplify this?
Yeah, exactly, Mike. Seeing what my dad was doing, knowing that it was an effective method that was pretty simple and easy to follow. I knew, understanding the online course industry, understanding the fact that this is the educational industry online is something that's growing tremendously, and it's continuing to grow over the years because people are looking for that online education. And I saw that actually just before I was talking to my dad, I had already seen a couple courses, and I understood the fact that if you have some really valuable, life-changing information, that you can condense it and make it easy for anybody to kind of take and understand, it makes a big impact. And knowing that he had something that was so valuable and life-changing that wasn't known by most veterans, I said, we have to put that together and get it out there. And, I would even add to what my dad was sharing, and he can probably speak even more to this about what we also see with veterans. It's the simplicity of the VA. It's hard to kind of work through, but I think it also is a mindset thing that we also have to kind of work through as well, and we can kind of, he can probably spend more time on that. But one thing we tend to see with a lot of conversations is that, hey, I don't want to go after my benefits. I'm good. I just kind of take a Motrin and drive on. But, we always try to tell them that, hey, these are your benefits. You served your country, and these not only help you, but they help your family. And you want to do this for those folks as well. And I know for a fact that my life would be different had my dad done it. Think about your kids, think about your family. And so I don't know if you want to speak on that a little bit more as well.
Yeah, let me hit that. Mike, and I know when I say this, you're gonna agree with me. You don't know what I'm getting ready to say. We're programmed to drive on in the military.
Yeah, that's
period.
Right. Yeah.
From basic training to all the schools you go to, suck it up, drive on, no complaining.
Yeah.
I don't care what branch you serve in, that is what you're programmed to do. So now we take a veteran that did 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10, 20, 30. You've been programmed for all that time to drive on, suck it up, no pain. Now all of a sudden you're a veteran, you got to go and say, my knees hurting, my back's hurting. This goes against everything you've been taught your whole military career. It goes against everything. And I get vets say, I'm not that bad. So-and-so got his leg blown off. So-and-so got an IED. So-and-so suffering of PTSD. Let him get it. He needs it more than me. And when I hear a veteran say that, I say garbage.
Yeah.
I say garbage.
Yeah.
Because what I say is, you had just as much opportunity to die in training as that person did, but you didn't. You made it. Because I know 20 guys that died in training, from helicopter accidents to vehicles getting run over to being in Panama and a tree falling on a soldier and getting killed in a sleeping bag. I know these people by name.
Yeah.
So when I hear a veteran say that, I say garbage. Your family deserves this, and you need to go after these benefits. And it's not welfare, it's for faring well. Oh, that was good right there.
Man, I love that. It's so important. And if people are just joining us now on the live stream, we're talking about how you can really kind of the secret to getting connected to your benefits, which is not, there's no real secret, except there's a process that you need to follow that will fast track how you get your benefits. And that's what Ranger and Gino are talking about here. But it's so true. It is that mindset of not just embrace the suck, right? The only easy day was yesterday. I mean, we've all got these little sayings that we kind of throw around and say, yeah, that guy needs it more than I do. But to your point is, and I think one of the things we have to remember as veterans is, yes, you serve this country. You are not damaged goods. Okay. You might have been, you might have been worked hard, and you might have worked hard. But you are America's greatest asset. And this is an opportunity for the country to reinvest in you when you get these benefits, because you are an asset and you will continue to give a return when you are made whole. And that's what I see these benefits being, is you earned it. Go get it. Get the help you need so that you can go on, because your work ain't done yet. It ain't done. I mean, look at it. Ranger, you could have just, like John Wayne, I almost said Johnny Cash, but like John Wayne, you could have, just kind of sunsetted, right? Got my benefits, all good, build my own life, not worry about it, but yet you're giving back. Your mission ain't done yet. And that's what I love about what you guys are doing here. It's pretty powerful.
Well, the great thing, you just said something about the benefits that happens, So, I mean, I want to highlight this one of the young guys that got his benefits through our company. He's my neighbor who lives right across from me. His name is Andre. He's on video and YouTube talking about it. But Andre's a combat vet Marine, okay? When he moved in the neighborhood about a year after I did, I would see him walking and holding his back. And I'd be like, dude, what's going on with you? Oh, man, these devil dogs drive on. Got caught up in an IED, blah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm like, you good, dude? He's 38 years old at the time. I said, dude, you need to go after VA benefits. Ranger, he driving on, right? Finally, he got to a point and said, okay, I'm ready. He got involved with the company. He went from 10% to 90%. Okay. Took him several months to do it with coaching. And guess what? In the state of Louisiana, he's got 2 young kids. This is my neighbor. They're going to go to LSU for free.
No kidding.
Because he's at 90% right now, and he's got more benefits he's going to go after to get to the rest, right? Because, so how good do I feel when I walk out my front door and him and his wife had me over, and they're almost in tears talking about what it did for their life, getting to 90%.
Yeah.
You don't think I love that?
Yeah.
Here's a young guy, now he think he's about 39, but he's got young kids. They're going to go to college for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. See, that is, I love that. Okay. I went, because people are probably like, okay, great. I get it. So how do I do this? Right. I mean, you guys, you're so confident. I love this. You're so confident in the usefulness of the Ranger method. I love that. The Ranger method, that we offer 100% money back guarantee if a product does not help you increase your VA rating in 12 months. 12 months. Like, you guys are not like saying, hey, we're going to take like 17 years to do this. You guys are like 12 months. So walk me through it. What does somebody do? They're like, okay, Gino, Ranger, I get it. If I can get my kids to college for free, if I can take care of my injuries and my back pain, but yet I can go on and do some amazing stuff still. Walk me through it, Gino. How does that happen?
Yeah, so basically, like you mentioned, the Ranger method, that's our online course. And what people would have to do is basically sign up for a consultation with us. And I do have a special gift for your listeners. I don't know if we want to wait till the end to kind of give that out.
No, you can prep that now. I mean, let's get these guys running your way. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. So basically, we have the online course, but we actually, we start off with an assessment. We have a consultation. You meet up with somebody on our team. They talk through what's going on with you, determine what you can actually apply for through that assessment. And from there, kind of show you our program and how it works, right? And so, but like I mentioned for your listeners, what we have is we actually have a assessment. You can take the assessment for free, go through that, mark off what actually is on your body that you're dealing with to understand, hey, maybe I can apply for some things, because, you may not even know or realize that you have some things on your body that are service connected that you can apply for. So that assessment helps you with that. And when you're done with that assessment, we actually have the link to schedule a consultation with us. And for you guys, you actually get the link to download our ebook for free. And our ebook, which is the 6 steps to getting the VA disability rating that you deserve, which is the Ranger method. Those 6 steps, Ranger is an acronym which stands for registration, acknowledge, name, gather, examination, and repeat. That ebook actually breaks it down step by step, what you need to do to go about getting your benefits. And our course takes it a step further if you decide you want to move forward with that, and kind of give you that step-by-step videos, guidance, coaching, email support, an entire community of other veterans that you get to be a part of. And really just all about making sure that you get supported in all angles and getting the benefits you deserve.
oh my gosh. So where do they visit? What's the link so that they can go there? And we'll put this stuff in the chat box. We'll put it, we'll put it, all the links in there so people can drive there, but go ahead and give them the link.
Yes, it's a C4V, that's CFORV .typeform, TYPEFORM.com/VA assessment, VA assessment. So that's C4V.typeform.com/VA assessment, VAASSESSMENT. And go there, take the assessment, and you'll get the ebook at the end.
Man, that is awesome. And we'll be sure that we put that stuff in the chat box so that the people understand where they can find it. And we'll link to all this stuff. And then guys, when it goes out to our greater channel again, we'll post this interview again. We'll put all that information in the box as well so that people can link out there. So Ranger, I want to go to you because we're wrapping up here. Give me one piece of advice that you have for transitioning service members and their families that will help them land successfully on their feet when they get out. What was the one thing that you wish you had done that would have helped catapult you into the next level of success?
Well, I retired 22 years ago in 2000, and they didn't even have what they have now. We just helped a young veteran who this guy just retired back in October. And when he retired, the transition process, tell the truth about all your injuries. Just tell the truth.
Yeah.
All this, I'm fine. No, this is what I tell vets all the time. We lie.
Yeah, right.
We lie.
Yeah.
If I could get us to stop lying, we get our benefits.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't say I got a sleeve on my right knee right now because I just stepped and hurt it the other day. All I did was walk. I got a little sleeve on it right now. But we don't want to say that because it makes us look weak. So one piece of advice would be, Mike, veterans, tell the truth.
Yeah.
Say I'm hurt. This hurt, that hurt. Hey, I'm dealing with some PTSD type of issues. I don't like going in crowds. I get anxious. Hey, you know what? I got to watch being around crowds.
Yeah.
See, we don't want to say that because it makes us seem weak.
Yeah.
But what I would tell vets, if you tell 100% of the truth and go to the doctors and start complaining I won't say complain, just tell the truth to the doctor. I'm hurting.
Yeah.
and get that recorded. If you'll start doing that, you'll be on your way to getting your VA benefits. Tell the truth.
Man, I love that. Gino, you are transforming this business and I love it. I love that you and your dad work together. I know that I said that at the front of the show too, but it's so cool. So I want you to give like three tips, secrets that'll fast track, our veterans and their families to getting these benefits. So if you were meeting with me and you said, okay, Mike, let me give you step one, step two, step three, what are those steps?
Yeah. Yeah. I think, my dad just hit on one of them. The biggest secret right there. It's a secret that shouldn't really be a secret. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Right. And, that's one
Amen.
thing. That's one thing we always reiterate. There's a lot of folks out here who maybe tell you not to kind of, tell things in a certain way, but we always say, be truthful, be honest. We don't want anybody to do anything illegal, unethical, or immoral. Of course, when you go about getting your benefits, these are what you've earned. And so tell the truth to get that. The second one I would say is, just because you have the injuries, do not expect the VA to just give you the rating you deserve. And I think that can be an expectation that can really lead to a lot of disappointment. Understanding that, hey, it's not about me just having the injuries and then they're going to automatically give them to me. You got to go through the process in the right way to get your benefits. It's a struggle, it's a challenge, but understanding that just because you have the injuries, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the benefits. That kind of keeps you going. You got to just figure out the way to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And lastly, I would say, as my dad also mentioned this a little bit, you need to get current medical evidence. When it comes to going after your benefits for whatever injuries that you have on your body, you got to actually have something documented, with your doctor that states that you're still dealing with that. And so, it's all about making sure that you not only have these service-connected injuries, but it's still something you deal with in order to get benefits. These are not only benefits for what happened to you when you were in the service, but things that you're still dealing with now, and that'll continue into the future. So that's why these benefits are out there for those folks who still have issues now. So understand you got to get current medical evidence to prove that you actually still have those injuries.
Yeah, got it. Man, it's so helpful. This is so good. So I love, man, I love every part of this. And for those of you that are just probably, jumping on this, we're wrapping this up, but it really is the success story for this is the fact that you had a 15-minute appointment with a guy at a gas station, and a year later, the guy's $163,000 richer. I love the story of the family, that their kids are going to college for free, right? Now, does that happen every time? Maybe not, but you know what? If you've earned it, what I love about Gino and Ranger, what you guys are doing is you'll help these guys get it. And so don't delay. You serve this country. You're part of the 7% that's kept this country strong and great and successful at this point. Go get your benefits. If you need help, reach out to these guys. Championsforveterans.com is your main website, correct?
Yes,
We'll
sir.
put that special link in for our audience as well. But if you want to check these guys out, go to championsforveterans.com. And if you guys are, searching for a new mission, purpose, identity, reach out to us here at Operation Military Family. We'll help you through the discovering your post-service identity process as well. So get you guys understanding what it means to be the true you after that military uniform comes off, what it means to be true to your family and your faith and your health. We'll dive deep on that stuff too. So Gino and Ranger, parting words. Gino, I'll start with you. Ranger, we'll wrap up with the drill sergeant, of course, always gets the last word. We know that. So Gino.
Man, my parting words. I'm just honored definitely to be on this podcast with you, Mike. Thanks so much for having us on. And, I really love the fact that we get to be a part of something that changes not only a veteran's life, but generations to come. Because I know that the folks that we've helped, those children that can go to college for free, that not only sets up their parents, but also them for the rest of their lives. So excited to be a part of this. Love what we do at Champions for Veterans. And you bring up that email. Funny thing, you get that ebook. It's that email plus a lot more. And so we want to make sure everybody who's listening knows they can get that same level of information and then some. They go ahead and do that assessment and get that downloaded. So we love to help you guys out. And that's it for me. I'll let my dad take over.
All the veterans, of course, I know Mike will be closing the call out, but when I sign off, I have a tagline that everybody in the business and everybody we deal with know. So to everybody listening, this is Ranger Johnson telling you to stay in the fight.
I love it. I love it. I can't even top that. So I'm not even going to try. Probably blow a brain vessel if I tried that. So yeah, I think that's part of Ranger training right there is, I love it. Gentlemen, I just want to say thank you. So honored to have you on. Guys, if you have ever thought, man, I got to get my benefits, I don't want to go through the rigmarole, these guys will help you. Go to championsforveterans.com. Like I said, we'll put that special link in there for our audience as well. But for now, signing off. One team, one fight. Thank you guys for being on the Military Wire.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.